Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, it is my high school experience. I know high school for the most part is probably the hardest thing you will ever go through, and I'm only saying that because you're transitioning from a child to a young adult and you don't really know where you belong in society and you don't really know what you want out of life, so thus making it some of the hardest times ever. And I know that because I was one of those kids who didn't really know what their place was, and just looking throughout Facebook, and I found a bunch of pictures of me in high school, and I became one, super nostalgic, and then two, I started to cringe a lot, just thinking about what I went through, and three, I became super proud of myself. I went from being super angsty and super isolated and just someone who didn't want to do anything, and now I'm this person who I feel like I have loads of confidence and I'm happy with who I am and what I look like. So yeah, I wanted to come on here and just talk about certain things that happened throughout my high school years that have led me to be a better person and have led me to gain this much confidence and just feel happy with what I am and who I am. So let's get started. So my high school experience was a bit lame, and I'm not talking about lame as in I'm super angsty and I hate the world and everyone's super lame kind of lame. I mean, it was a little bit of that, but lame as in I didn't really do much. I wasn't involved with sports. I wasn't involved with, certain clubs and stuff. And that kind of, I feel like hurt me in the end. Now that I look back, I kind of wish I was involved with sports or certain groups of people and certain things. And yeah, I look back to that, and that's one of the things I regret, is not being so social and not being so outgoing and just so open-minded to try new things. Super lame because I didn't really do anything, and I went to school, I came back, and that was it. And that was throughout the 4 years that I went to school. And yeah, I look back to it and I'm very, very sad that I didn't have enough confidence to go for things that I wished I would have, or that now that I look back, I totally would have done. So from 8th grade to 9th grade, I wasn't very outgoing. Throughout elementary school, I went to different schools, so I never really had a lot of friends. And that was basically because I didn't know what I was gonna go through, and just that fear of not knowing kept me away from a lot of people. So high school years were a little bit of that fear and wanting to step out of my comfort zone but being too afraid to. My freshman year, I became I guess I opened up a little more than I had ever before. I went to high school and I only knew 2 people at the high school, and I quickly became friends with one of the girls who I was getting on with the Jonas Brothers, and she loved the Jonas Brothers. So we quickly became really, really close. It was me and then this other girl that I knew from elementary school. We didn't really do much besides stalk the quarterback of the football team, which is weird, I know, but let me explain myself. So me and my friend, the one who liked the Jonas Brothers, we're gonna call her Jonas Brothers girl, we really liked the quarterback. He was tall, he had curly hair, he was just so cute to me back in the day. Now that I look back, I'm like, he wasn't even all that. But I was just we were so infatuated with him. And we would stalk him in the lunchroom or throughout the passing periods, which is weird. But yeah, that happened. We stalked the quarterback, and that was weird. And I think he knew because he saw us everywhere, which is weird, and I regret doing that because that is just, that's too much. During this time, I had my 15, which is a huge deal to my culture, and I had that, and it was okay. I met some of the most amazing people at my party who then showed me different types of music, and I quickly became to change. And like I said, I was going through issues throughout my life, and it hit me super hard when I was in high school, and this music helped me get through it. And these bands that were screaming things that I wanted to scream but was too afraid to say, and I just quickly gravitated towards that. And going into my sophomore year, I changed completely. I sported a piercing, dark clothing, thick eyeliner, and crazy hair. And yeah, that was me my sophomore year. Also, during my sophomore year, I became a part of the dance program, or the dance class, whatever it was. And I quickly became friends with a lot more people. At this time, my two other friends, Jonas Brothers girl and the other girl, had left, and it was just me. And I quickly became friends with the freshmen in my dance class. And this is where the story gets weird. We had a dance crew between like me and 4 other girls, and we gave each other guy nicknames, and that was strange because I think I was the only one that kept the nickname. They called me Travis, and I could swore everybody probably thought my name was Travis, and we had this stupid chant that we would chant at each other from across the hallways during passing period, lunch, before school, and after school. And I regret it because it's just so cringy to look back. Anyways, here's the chant. I think I still remember the hand stuff, but I mean, I don't really know, but it's weird. We would go, "This is the crack mafia," something like that, and we'd point at the person that was across the hall or walking towards us. It was weird, it was loud, and people would stare at us, but we didn't care, and it was just so obnoxious. And we had this thing where we would go up to people that we knew and ask them if they wanted to buy crack. Now that's also a weird thing that I regret, because that was just so freaking weird. And why did I do that? I don't know. I was influenced by a lot of freshmen. I was a sophomore. I don't know. I should have known better, but I was there. But yeah, at this point I kind of became the ringleader, as you can say. I was so weird, and I liked this guy who was super punked out, and my friends would force me to talk to him, but I just couldn't because he was just so goddamn cute. And there I don't even know why I would spaz out so weirdly, but I did. And I'm pretty sure the guy thought I was the weirdest person in the friggin' world. And yeah, that happened. And I never really got over that fact that I was just so weird. Yeah, it's like war flashbacks for me when I think about my sophomore year of high school. It's incredibly annoying and embarrassing. Let's skip on over to my junior year. My junior year was actually very tamed. At this point, my brother had joined the same school that I was. He was a freshman, I was a junior, and we had the same group of friends. So his friends met with my friends, and we became a huge group of people during lunchtime, all squatted against a bench. Yeah, we had a bench where we all kind of hung out, and everybody knew that that was our bench. Yeah, this was a fun time for me because 1, my brother was a part of my group of people that I hung out with, and then 2, I met some of his friends who quickly became some of my friends that I, to this day, actually like. And yeah, one of his friends had a cousin who I swore this guy was my best friend. He is my best friend, and no matter how long we don't communicate with each other, once we do, it's like no time has passed. And I swear this guy made me feel the most comfortable with myself, and not in any like romantic sort of way. It was just this guy, I could just look at him and he would know exactly what I was feeling, and vice versa. And we just understood each other on a level that I think most people don't. And it's just something so nice. And I'm so glad to have experienced that with him, because he, like I said, he was just such a nice guy. And he dated my cousin, and I think that was the best, because my cousin is my favorite person in the world, and for her to date my other favorite person in the world was just amazing. And I didn't even care if I was third wheeling. I love these people, so I didn't really care. Yeah, we just quickly hit it off like crazy. I gave him his first piercing. He was the first person I ever pierced, and that was during lunchtime. And I swear if we would have gotten caught, I'm pretty sure we would have gotten suspended or arrested or something, because we had needles and rubbing alcohol and piercings, and it was during lunch by the freaking auditorium. But that happened, and I'm glad it happened, because later on I got to pierce him again, and I'm so glad that he liked it and that everything went well. During my junior year, I also, with the help of my friends and my brother, were able to audition for the talent show, and we made it, and we played Smother Me by The Used, and it was awesome. Me and my friend sang. My friend, he played a piano, and my brother played the drums, and it was awesome. It didn't sound so hot, but it was awesome for us, because it was our first time on stage together, and people seemed to like it, even though I swore it probably sounded like dolphins having sex. I don't know, it was terrible, but it was just an awesome experience to be in the choir room and be practicing, and people coming in and out just looking at you and either liking it or disliking it, but it was fun for us. And yeah, I quickly became part of different bands who didn't really do much. I became really interested in music, and specifically the music that I was listening to, bands like Bring Me the Horizon, Pierce the Veil, early Pierce the Veil, like Flair for the Dramatic, and Sophie's Machines, kind of Pierce the Veil, Bless the Fall, Iced to Kill, and Get Scared, all those bands like that made me want to make music. And I would enlist my friends, and we would try to create similar sounds and different types of music. But none of those went anywhere, and so sad that we didn't really stick to it. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted. My senior year had to be the year full of drama, and just probably the worst year that I could have ever had. One of my friends betrayed me, and that might sound like just the terriblest thing, and it was for me at that point, because I like to surround myself with people who have the same interests as me or treat people the same way that I do, and loyalty and honesty for me in any relationship is the most important. If you can trust me, and if I can trust you, and if we can together you know, be the best of friends, I expect loyalty from you, and she didn't give me that, and she didn't trust me, and she let her own personal issues come between me and her, and it's just, it mind boggles me that I gave her no reason for her to distrust me, and she did, and that really broke my heart on a level that I don't think I've ever had my heart broken. And to this day, I don't talk to her, and even if I see her at grocery stores or anywhere, or if I pass by her house, I do not talk to her, and I do not make eye contact with her, because just the thought of seeing her face, honestly, it like pulls heartstrings at my heart. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, just that betrayal really, really hurt me. And to make matters even worse, me and my couple of other friends, the Jonas Brothers girlfriend, she came back, but we had this book that we would pass between like the 5-6 of us, and we had a list of cuties. That's what we called it, the list of cuties, and we each had individual guys written on there, and we gave them names like cutie number 1, number 2, and number 3, and that's how we would distinguish them from everyone else. And we literally would sit in a circle on the bench, and as people walked by, we would be like, oh look, that's my cutie number 1, because we didn't know their names. So we'd be like, that's number 1 for me, that's number 2 for me, and that's number 3 for me. And we would do that and it was weird, and we had it written down on a notebook, sort of like this, that we would pass by each other. And my friend, the one who betrayed me, she told one of the guys that I had on my list that I liked him, and yeah, that was weird too. And it was just insane. It was just weird. It was a weird time because she did not trust me, and she told my crush that I had a crush on him. And that's not even the thing that bothered me, because I, at this point in my life, was so comfortable with who I was that I didn't really care whether she had told him or not. And to this day, I still talk to him, and it's fine, and nothing weird ever happened between us, so that's okay. She later did date him, and that really didn't bother me either. I was just like, okay, whatever. What really did bother me was that trust that she had lost in me for no reason, because I never gave her a reason to lose that type of trust with me. And just the problems between me, her, the guy that I had a crush on, and then my friend, my best friend, was her ex-boyfriend. And that's one of the reasons why everything kind of went to shit between us four. And me and my best friend, we're still best friends. We still talk. We still really close. But me and her, I swear, like, that was one of the things that hurt me like the most. Like I said, one of the biggest breakups in my life was probably with her. And like I said, I have a thing, if I like you and I give you specific reasons for you to be my friend, and I mean friend, if I trust you with anything, I expect you to trust me with anything, and if you don't trust me, we can't be friends. And that's the thing that I had told her. And I guess she got mad because I told her that, and that's why she told the guy that I liked him. And that was just something that I was just like, okay, whatever, you did that, we can't talk anymore, bye. And you know the saying that people say, your closest friends are your worst enemies? Yeah, it's true, because they know everything about you. So yeah, like I said, she's one of the people that I swear impacted me the most. And one, I'm grateful that that happened to me, because I learned not to trust people with my deepest, darkest thoughts or secrets. And then two, to not really hang out around people as much and just have space between them. And yeah, I'm glad that happened. I'm really sad that it did happen, also because I thought of her as my sister and as someone that I could really care about, and vice versa. Sadly, nothing really happened. So yeah, like I said, the thing between me and my crush, I mean, it happened. She told him, she dated him, whatever. I still think that she did that because she wanted to get on my bad side, but I didn't really care. I was just like, dude, that's just a person that I had a crush on. I don't even know his name at this point, and I could care less if you do like him or not. Go for it. Like, I really didn't care. And it became really awkward when we had piano class together, and I was just not gonna talk to her, and I was not gonna do anything, and I was just like, whatever, do as you want, say whatever you want, be whoever you want, just not around me. And I cut that relationship really quickly. At this point, my senior year, I think, was the year I got in a fight. It must have been my junior year, but I wasn't too sure because me and her were still friends at that point. But yeah, I got in a fight. That's in my TMI tag if you guys want to learn about that, because that happened too. But yeah, like I said, the most dramatic year for me was my junior year. I lost friends, and yeah, it really hurt me. One of my other friends had left our group of friends because he had a band, and he thought those people were better than we were, and that those people were cooler than we were. Oh well, whatever, it happened. I did have a stalker throughout my high school life, and that was weird. Like I said, I think that was my junior year that I had a stalker. Yep, it was my junior year that I had a stalker. And like I said, I regret stalking the football player my freshman year, because my junior year I was stalked by some kid, and we later became friends, and it was fine. But I mean, like, stalked, like, it was weird, like during the parade stalking me, and I felt really scared. Turns out he just wanted to be my friend. But yeah, anyways, that was my high school experience. Here are the things that I've learned now as I am older. Number one thing that I've learned, like I said, is don't trust anyone, and at least not with your deepest, darkest secrets. Surround yourself with people who honestly care for your well-being and people who are not just looking to take from you. Do not be shy or scared to jump out of your comfort zone. Try new things, and you never know what you're going to be good at. Like me, I took dance because of PE, and I didn't want to do PE anymore, so I took dance, and I met some of the coolest people there, and I experienced things that I never knew I was able to do, and I became super proud of myself, and were able to just learn things that I never knew I would be able to be doing. So yeah, step out of your comfort zone. This is a time for you to experiment with things and just to learn what you're good at and roll with it. That was my trip down memory lane. Let me know down below what you guys went through high school, and if you guys like these videos. If you don't, say you don't like them. Subscribe to my channel, ring the little bell down below, and if you want to know more about my high school life specific things, yeah, go ahead and comment down below. Yeah, until next time, bye.